Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial, I will be showing you how to make a cute little crochet dress. So guys, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you will love this tutorial and you'll be able to make one of your own. To my regular viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for always being here, guys. So guys, please do go ahead, like my videos, please do go ahead and also subscribe so my channel can grow. So these are the materials that I will be using today, and this one is the cotton socks yarn, and for this yarn I will be using this to make some flowers, so some cute little daisy flowers, and I will show you how to make them. And this is the leftover yarn that I used for the inner part of the flower. So my main yarn that I will be using is the Burnout Premium Acrylic yarn, and this one is a size 4 yarn. It says a recommended hook is a size 5, which I will be using. So make sure that you have a size 5 hook and also a size 3.5 hook. So I will be using this size hook to make the bra part of this dress. So I went ahead and I made one of the cup, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like, guys. So it's looking super cute, and this is the strap. So it's a long strap, but I will show you how to put it together. So this is all I have here, and I will be putting in the description box more information about this video with all the materials and so on, so make sure you check that out. So guys, let's jump in the video. I will start off by making the cup for the bra part of the dress. So I will be putting on the screen all the sizes that you can follow from, and whatever bust size that you have. So to begin, we're going to make a slip knot. So you can make your slip knot however comfortable you feel. Now I am making a medium, so I am going to chain 18. So for whatever size that you're making, I will be putting that on the screen so you can follow along. So I am going to chain 18 and I'll be back with you. Now I have come to my 18 chains. Now you're going to yarn over. You're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch you're going to yarn over. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Into the 4th stitch you're going to place 1 double crochet, and the chain 3 that we skipped is going to count as our first double crochet. You're going to yarn over and place 1 double crochet into each and every stitch. So until you get to your last stitch here, I am going to meet you back there, and I will show you what to do next. And now I have come to the end and I have my last stitch here. You're going to yarn over, and in that stitch you're going to place 3 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 1, yarn over, go back into that same stitch, and you're going to place 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. So now you're going to go into each and every stitch and you're going to place 1 double crochet. So on this side you will have 18, and on the other side you will have 18 as well. So make sure you count your stitches and you don't miss any. So go into your stitch and place 1 double crochet. So if you're making the same size, you will do the exact same thing, or any one of the sizes that you're making, you will just repeat the same step that I am doing. So making your 1 double crochet in each stitches until you get to the end, and I'll meet you back there. Now I have come to the end, and our last stitch is going to place into our chain 3 that we skipped from the beginning, and that gives you a total of 18 stitches on both sides. So now you are going to chain 2, and this chain 2 is not going to count as a stitch, it's just going to be your turning chain. So you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into that first stitch there, and you're going to place 1 double crochet. You're going to double crochet into each and every stitch until you get to your chain 1 space, and I will meet you there. Now I have come back to my chain 1 space there, and I'm going to place 2 double crochet. So that's 1 and 2, chain 1, yarn over, go back into that same space and place 2 more double crochet. So this is where the increase is taking place on your bra cup. And now that I have placed my 2, I'm just going to go ahead and place 1 double crochet into each and every stitch. So the same amount you have on the other side, you should have the same amount of stitches on this side. So make sure that you do not miss any of your stitches. So pay attention real good of what you're doing. So I'm just going to continue doing this, and basically this is what you're going to do until you reach your size that you are making. You're just going to repeat this: chain 2, turn your work, double crochet all the way until you get to here. Once you get to the chain 1 space, you will place 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 more double crochet again. So I am doing the medium, so you are going to do 7 to 8 rounds. I did 8 rounds because I needed a little bit more coverage. So again, I will be putting the information on the screen so you can follow along. So if you want more coverage on your cup, you can add at least a row or 2 to your cup. So I am going to continue doing this all the way until I get to the end of my 8th row, and then I'll meet back with you. So just repeat the same exact step all the way. So guys, before I finish my last row, which is my 8th row here, for your last row, for whatever size that you're doing, once you get to your chain 1 space, you will only place 2 double crochet, and you won't chain the 1. So you will go 2 double crochet, and then instead of chaining 1 and then 2 double crochet, you will just place 2 more double crochet. So you will just place the 4 double crochet in that chain 1 space without making a chain 1, and then you will just continue to make your double crochet into each stitches all the way until you get to the end, and I'll meet you there. So there it is. As now I have come to the end, and I'm just placing my last stitch, and this is what our cup looks like so far. So I'm just going to do the measurement so you can see. So I'm just going to press it down a little bit. So from the top here, I can put it around this side so you can see. So this is measuring 7.5 inches, which is like 18.5 centimeters here. And for the width, which you will measure from this end, come all the way across. This is measuring this a little less than 8 inches, so this is like 19.5 centimeters in length, or the width I should say. So once I do the other row, then it will technically goes to 8, which will be 20 centimeters. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain up 3, you're going to turn your work, and you're going to skip 1, 2. Into the 3rd stitch, you're going to place a slip stitch. Chain up 3 again, 1, 2, and 3. Skip 1, 2 into the 3rd, slip stitch. And you're going to do that all the way across, all the way over here, come back down. Once you get to here, I'll meet you back there. So just repeat the same step until you get to the end, and I'll see you there. Guys, and now I have come to the end here, and I'm just going to go ahead, chain up my 3, and then I'm going to count 1, 2, and the last one, and slip stitch there. Now that I slip stitch, I'm going to chain 1 and then fasten off. So I did put some stitch markers where I will be placing my my hook. So let me just check to see which side I am on, if I'm on the right side or the wrong side. Okay, so this would be the wrong side, so this is the right side. Okay, so I will be starting my first, so I hope you can see this well, my first stitch into this one here, and then I will go into this stitch, which will be 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5 here. So I'm going to attach my hook here, and I'm kind of working over my little loop thing that I have here. Chain 1, give it a tie. So we're gonna do a total of 5 double crochets here for the strap. So I already have my chain 1, so I'm gonna chain 1 and 2 more, and that is gonna be our first stitch. You're gonna yarn over, and you're gonna work over the tail end as you go along. You're gonna go into the next stitch, and you're gonna place another double crochet, yarn over. You're gonna go into the next stitch. So I hope you are seeing this well. So into the next one here. So that's 3. Into the next one. 4 and 5. So you just want to make sure that your work is centered into the middle top of the bra. So there it is. So now it is centered. So now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and that is not going to come to the stitch. You're going to turn, and you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go back into that first stitch there, and you're going to place 1 double crochet. It's 1, 2 in the next stitch, 3, 4, and into that chain of 3 that we did. And just redo this one. Stop, come on. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the chain of 3, we're gonna go on top of that stitch, and we are gonna place our last double crochet. So that's total into 5 double crochet there. You're gonna chain up 2 again and turn your work, and basically you're gonna repeat this until you get to 90 rows. So once you get to 90 rows, I will meet you back there and I'll show you what to do next. So well, it's technically depending on how long you want your strap to be, but for this one that I'm making, I did 90 rows and then I did some decreases. So I'll meet you there and show. So guys, and now I have come to my 90 rows. So you can measure this around you because you will be wrapping this strap like in X style in the back. So for both cups, your strap should be able to lap around the back part of your back and twist to the front, and then it will be tied in the back. So make sure that you have enough length. So if you think that the 90 rows here is not enough, you can add a little bit more. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to be doing some decreases. Well, technically 1 decrease. So chain 2, turn your work. You're gonna yarn over, going to your first stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, going the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that eliminates 1 stitch. Then you're going to go in the next and place 1 double crochet. Into the next 2 stitches, you're going to do a decrease. So insert your hook, pull up a loop. You're not going to finish, yarn over, going to the last stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And that eliminates 2 stitch, and now you only have 3 stitches remaining. So now you are going to do a total of 9 rows of just 3 double crochets, and then at the end you will do your last decrease, which will technically finish the straps. So 3 double crochet into each and every stitch. Sorry, I didn't say that right, but 1 double crochet in each stitches. So that's 3 double crochets. So continue doing this until you get to 9, and then I'll meet you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end and I have 9 rows of just 3 double crochets here. So you can see how stretchy this strap is, so you don't have to worry about it. So now you will turn your work. So make sure that you have enough that can wrap around your body. Just as I told you before, make sure that it is long enough to make an X in the back. So now you are going to go ahead, go into your first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, going to the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You had 3 loops on the hook, yarn over again, going to the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 4 loops on the hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4. Now you're going to chain 1 and then you're going to fasten off. But again, before you fasten off, make sure that this can wrap around you, so you can just place the cup onto your boob, and then you will put this across your back and then across your belly and pull it back to your back to see how much length you have around here to give it a tie. So make sure that you stretch it as you pull, as you put it around your body. So stretch it like this. So anyways, I have come to my amount, so I'm just going to fasten off here. So now what you're going to do is you are going to work on the bottom part. So you're going to rejoin your yarn. So you're going to get both cup. So for the other cup, I went ahead and I placed all my flowers. So you can see they're looking so cute. So you're gonna need, if you're making the same size that I am making, you're gonna need at least 10 of these flowers. I will show you how to make it. And then you can either sew it on, or if you have glue or fabric glue or regular glue gun, you can just glue them on. I just went ahead and glue these on. So you're gonna rejoin your yarn. My daughter is screaming in the background. She's playing with her sister. So you're just gonna go ahead, join your yarn here, chain 1, give it a tie, and you can work over your tail end. So just pull these 2 together. Okay, so now into your double crochets that are laying flat, you are going to go ahead and you're going to make 2 single crochets there. So that's 1 and 2. Into the next one, you're going to place 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. And if you notice that your work starts to get a hold here, what you could do is, just to kind of prevent that, go inside of the double crochet so that it doesn't leave that big gap there, and place a single crochet. So it looks a little bit better. So there. So I'm going to continue doing that all the way across until I get to here, and then I'm going to join this other cup. So I'll see you there. Now I have come to the end here, and where we did that chain of 3, I am just going to go in there and I'm going to place a single crochet, and I am going to go in where I have the other one here, and I'm going to place a single crochet as well, and then into the double crochet we're just placing single crochet, and that's how you're going to join your cup, going inside of the double crochet and make your single crochet. So just continue to do this all the way across until you get to the end, and I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I am just going to go into our chain 3 here on the side, and I'm going to place 1 single crochet there to finish off. So the chain 1 that we did here, this is going to count as a stitch. So you should have 34 stitches on this side and 34 stitches on this side as well. So now you are going to chain up 5, and I'm going to change my hook. So I'm not using the 3.5 anymore, so I'm now using a size 5 hook. So now you're going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work, and this is going to count as a double crochet and a chain 2 space. And you're going to skip 1, 2 into the 3rd stitch. You're going to place a double crochet. Chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2 into the 3rd, a double crochet. Repeat this all the way across until you get to the end, and I'll meet you back there. 1, 2, skip 2, going to the 3rd. So I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and I only have 2 stitches here remaining. So I chain 2, and you're going to yarn over, and you're just going to go into that last stitch. Let me just go in here. It's kind of hard for me to get in with this. Let me just use my smaller hook. Okay, so now I have completed. So if you end off with only 2 stitches, you will just repeat the same thing. So no matter what size that you are doing, you will repeat the same exact thing as what I am doing. So for different size cup, it will be different numbers. So whatever number you get, you will just repeat the same exact step as what I am doing. So now you're going to chain up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work. You're going to yarn over, and you are going to go into that chain 2 space, and you're going to place 1 double crochet. You're going to chain 2, go into the next chain 2 space, and you're going to place 1 double crochet. Chain up 2 again, go into the chain 2 space and place 1 double crochet. Repeat this all the way across to the end, and I'll see you there. So now I have come to the end here, and I'm just going to go into that last space, and I'm going to place 1 double crochet. So now you are going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to do 4 rows. So we have 2 here. Now I'm going on my 3rd. So you're going to have 1 more row to do after this one. So after that row, I will meet back with you, and I will show you what to do next, because we will be start working on the body part of the dress. So I'll see you at the end. Guys, and now I have come to the end, and now we are going to work on the waist part. So I'm just going to do the measurement here so you can see. So from here to here, it is measuring 15.5 inches, and that's like 39.5 inches, 39.5 centimeters long. So say for instance your waist is 30 inches and this was like 15, so you will chain up enough chains to go to 15 inches in length. So because I am gonna do for waist 34, and this is already 15.5, I am going to chain up enough chains to go up to 18.5 inches. So the 18.5 plus the 15.5 is going to bring me up to 34. So I am going to go ahead and make my chains, and once I am there, I'll meet back with you. So again, whatever number you get here, you will divide it. I'm saying times. You will divide it by 2. So if you get 10 inches here and your waist is 20 inches, you will chain up enough to go to 10 inches. So whatever number you get, you will divide that by 2. So I will see you at the end of my chains. Now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to show you the measurement. So this side is also 60 inches. I was just showing you on this side as well because it has the centimeters and inches on this side. So I'm just using this side because it's clear. So now, without stretching, you are going to do your measurement, and this is measuring exactly 18.5 inches, and I did a total of 60, I wrote it down, 68 chains. So what you're gonna do now is you are going to get your hook and you are going to attach here. So attach up on the third chain, and then you're going to chain up 1, 2, 3 and 4, and you're going to go into this chain here and you're just going to place a double crochet. So I'm going to do some treble crochets, but I'm not ready yet. So now you are going to chain 2, go back into that same space and in the next one, in the next box, and make your double crochet. So you're going to continue doing this, chaining 2, going into your next box, and you're going to do that all the way until you get to this part, and I'll meet you there. Guys, now I have come to the end here, and I am just going to place 1 double crochet on top of our double crochet here, just as we have here. So now we are going to chain 1, 2, and you're going to skip 1, 2, going to the third and make a double crochet. Chain up 2, skip 2, 1, 2, going to the third, make a double crochet. Repeat this all the way until you get to the end, and I'll meet you there. So guys, now I have come to the end, and we're gonna skip our 2 there, and we're gonna slip. I have my chain 2, so now I'm gonna slip stitch. Now we are gonna be doing some treble crochets going forward. So you're gonna chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. So that's a total of 6 chains, and that is going to count as our double crochet, our treble crochet plus a chain 2. So you're going to yarn over twice, and you're going to go on top of this double crochet, and you're going to place a treble there. So if you don't know how to do a treble, chain 2, you're going to go inside of the chain 2 space. So you're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. And that's how you do a treble crochet. Chain up 2 again, yarn over twice, and you're going to work in on top of this double crochet. So we're increasing in this row. Now you're going to chain up 2 again, yarn over, go into the chain 2 space, and you are going to make your treble. Chain up 2, yarn over twice, go in the double crochet on top of a double crochet and make a treble. Chain up 2, yarn over twice, go in the chain 2 space, make a treble, and then you're going to chain 2, yarn over twice, go in on top of a double crochet and make your treble. So I'm just going to count how many boxes I have here except this one. So 1, 2, 3, and then into the 4th one we're going to chain up 2, yarn over twice, and you're going to place 4 treble crochet here, and in between that 4 you're going to chain 2. So chain 2 and make another treble. Sorry about that, I was just getting more yarn. Okay, so chain up 2, yarn over twice again, go back into that same space and complete your treble. Chain up 2 again, yarn over twice, go back into that same space and make another set of trebles. So now we have 4 treble into that box there. Now you're going to chain up 2, yarn over twice, go on top of a double crochet and then make a treble. Chain up 2 again and go over to the next box. So what you're going to do is you are going to, every 3 boxes that you work in, once you get to the 4th box, that's when you are going to be doing this increase here, where we work 4 treble in the box. So I'm going to work this part that we just did by working 1 treble into the chain 2 space, chain up 2, 1 treble on top of the double crochet, chain up 2, yarn over twice again, work a treble into the chain 2 space, chain up 2, work a treble on top of the double crochet, chain up 2, and you're just going to check to see how many boxes you have worked in. So 1, 2, and this is the 3rd. Yarn over, go into that box, make a treble, chain up 2, yarn over twice, go into the double crochet and make a treble. Chain up 2, and now we have completed 3 boxes. So 1, 2, 3. Now in the 4th box we are going to do 4 treble in that box, and then after that 4 treble, and remember to make your chain 2 space in between each treble. So after the 4 sets of treble in the same space in that box there, you are going to treble on top of this double crochet and just repeat the same step all the way around. Feel free to rewind the video if you don't remember what to do. So I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and I finish off with a cluster here of 4, and I have my treble here in this last box that we have here, and I have my chain 2. So now I'm just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on top of that 4th stitch I'm just gonna slip stitch. So what you will do is, after we done this row that I am going to do now, you are going to be turning your work each time you finish your row, but I will show you after this 2nd row. So you're going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. You're going to yarn over twice, and you are going to go into the chain 2 space and place your treble crochet, chain up 2, yarn over twice, go into your next chain 2 space, and you're gonna make your treble. So we're not gonna do any more increases in row 2. We're just gonna basically make our treble in each chain 2 spaces until you get to the end. So if you want to have it a little bit more fluffier, you could probably increase in between your stitches, but I am just gonna leave it as is. And just continue to do my treble into the chain 2 spaces. So repeat this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come back to the end, and I'm just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4 and slip stitch. So this is what it looks like so far. So you can see all that gathering. So once you get into your dress more, you will see the beauty of what it is. So what we're gonna do is we are now going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and you're gonna turn your work, yarn over twice, go into that chain 2 space and place your treble crochet, chain 2, yarn over twice, go into the next chain 2 space, and this is what you're gonna do each time. So you're gonna keep turning your work each time you come to an end, so that we have this part is not twisted. So that's the reason why we're turning our work. So I am just going to continue doing this until I get to my desired length, and once I am there, I'll meet back with you. So just repeat the same step over and over until you get to your length that you want your dress to be. And remember to chain 2 in between after you're done making your treble. So I will see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I'm just making my last treble here. And I'm just going to chain up my 2, and I am going to slip stitch on top here of the chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1, and I'm going to fasten off here. So depending on how long you want your dress to be, as I told you before, this is where I am going to stop with mine. And this is what I have left back from a full skein. So I will be showing you how to work on the other part. I don't want to get my yarn all tied up. I want to make sure that I have it. Okay. So I'm just gonna, I can weave that in afterwards. So this is what it looks like, guys. You can see the design. It kind of have this little, like looking like a zigzag kind of thingy. It looks super cute. So I am gonna work on the back here because I don't want it to be all stretchy. You can leave it as is, but I am gonna work some, I'm gonna work elastic through this part here. So I have my elastic band here, and I actually didn't measure it. I just kind of do a long, well, cut off a long piece and then give it a tie so that I can double it so that it's a little bit thicker, because this is just like a elastic thread. So I am gonna change to my 3.5 hook, and where we have our join in here, so I hope you can see that well, I'm gonna insert my hook into the chain up there, and I'm gonna get my yarn. Now before I get my yarn, I am going to attach the elastic band on. So I'm just going to give it a tie so that it is secured. Okay, so now that I have done so, I am going to get my yarn now, and I'm going to insert my hook in the same place, pull through my yarn, give that a chain 1, and then give it a tie just to secure the yarn. Okay, so now that we have done so, we're going to be working over our elastic band and our tail end at the same time. So we are going to go over into our chain 2 space here, and we're going to place a single crochet. Let me just redo that. And then we're going to place another single crochet, and we're going to place another, and then into our double crochet we're going to place a 1 double crochet. So we're working over the elastic band as we go along, and you can give it a little stretch as you work over it. So you're placing 3 single crochet and then single crochet on top of your double crochet. So repeat this all the way around until you get back to the end, and then I'll meet you there. Guys, now I have come to the end here, and this is what it looks like when I stretch the elastic. So you can see all that stretchiness in there. So depending on how much stretching you want into it, you can go ahead and pull the elastic to your suit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fasten off from here. So I am just going to tie this around my work to tie the elastic so that it stays in place. So you can give it as much tie as you want, just to make sure that it is in place. And before you do this, make sure that you put this part to your suit. Okay, so now I have done so. I'm going to give it one more tie. And then fasten off. So this is gonna kind of lace into the stitch. And I'm gonna place, let me see, 1, 2, 3, and the last one I am just gonna fasten off here, and I'm gonna kind of taper off this part. Okay, so I am just gonna go underneath where I have this double crochet laying flat, and then go into the back loop on this stitch, and there it is. So it's gonna kind of look like it's coming from where the stitch is from, and then you can just make sure that it is covered. Just go underneath the stitches and weave in your tail end. And then you can fasten off the remainder tail end. Okay, so there it is. So now you can see that the back part of the dress has a nice little stretch to it. So now I'm just going to show you how to, so for this part, as I told you before, I didn't show you, I just glued them on instead of sewing them on. So if you have a glue gun, you can do so. You can just put the glue on the back. So I have my glue gun here, and you can just basically place them however you want to place them. So I put the glue into the middle where the white is, and then I'm just gonna place it here into the center, and then I'll just get the others and just kind of place them closely. I'm gonna put this one here. So I am gonna do this until I get to the end, and also on the dress itself I am going to be adding some, like I have one here, just randomly place them all over the dress. I will let you know how many I put on there. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll be back with you. So guys, now I have attached all my flowers onto the bra, and I did 11 on this one and 11 on this one as well. I probably will go ahead and put in a little bit more, or 2 or so in, and I went ahead and I attached the flower onto, so I just did them like close to the edge all the way around. So I kind of just eyeball them and put them on. So I just realized that I actually did not show you how to make the flower, so I will show you how to do so. And let me just do the measurement so you can see what the length. So measuring from where we started off here, so not from this part but from here. So it is measuring 13 inches in length, so you can see that here, 13 inches in length. So if you want to go longer, you can go ahead and do that. So our dress is basically done, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna put this aside for now, and I'll show you how to make the flower. So it's quite simple and easy. Where did I put my hook? Okay, so I use a size 3.0 millimeter crochet hook, and so to make your flower, you will just make a magic ring, insert your hook, pull up a loop, chain 1, and into that ring you're going to place 12 single crochet. So I'm going to do that and I'll meet back with you. So guys, now I have come to the end of making my 12 single crochet. Now I'm going to pull on my tail end to close the center up, and I'm going to fasten off here. Now I'm going to pull up on my tail end, and instead of just slip stitch, I just went ahead and do an invisible weave in. Okay, so I am going to go into both loops into this first stitch, pull through, and then into the back loop on the other stitch, and that is going to give me a total of 13 stitches once I am done. So there it is, 13 stitches, and that is basically good enough for me, and that is going to give you 12 petals. So I'm just weaving in the tail end as I go along, and then fasten off. I will fasten off the other one as well. I'm going to weave that in later on. So now I'm going to get my yarn, my color yarn, and attach in any one of the stitches. Pull up, give it a tie, and then let me just give this a tie here. Okay, so now that I've tied that, I'm going to go ahead and chain up 12. So I have my chain 1 already, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now that I have 12 chains, I am going to slip stitch into our next stitch, and you can actually weave in the tail ends as you go along. So slip stitch. Once you slip stitch, you will go ahead again and chain up 12. Once you chain up your 12, you will slip stitch in the next stitch, and you will just basically continue to do that all the way around until you get to the end, and I'll see you there. Guys, now I have come to the end of my last petal, and I'm just going to go into my last stitch there and slip stitch, chain 1, and fasten off, and there it is. So if you plan to sew your flower on, you can go ahead and leave a tail end so you can sew it on, but if you want to glue it on just as I did, which was easier, you can go ahead and do so. So there is our flower. So guys, this is the end of our tutorial today. I hope that you were able to make one of these, this dress, this beautiful dress, on your own. So this dress can be worn to the beach, or if you're going to a pool party or a beach party, you can wear this dress. It will look super cute with some flats, like a sandals, nice sandals that can match with your dress with whatever color that you do. So guys, thank you so much again for watching. I will be putting in the description box more information. So thanks again for watching. Until next time, bye.